This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of INCRadio Florida. I'm one of your hosts, Brother Robert DePaulis, here, coming to you from Tampa, Florida today. But today's topic is going to be one that I'm going to be paying very close attention to, because if there's one thing that I've always wanted to know how to do, that is how to cook. And I do it, but I do it so badly that I think I need some tips. So I am really excited for today's episode, and I'm going to toss it over to the host that we're going to have today, Sister Joy, out there in the central part of Florida, the happiest place on earth. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Sister Joy.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you who are tuning in. Thank you, Brother Robert. Now, wherever you're tuning in from, here on INCRadio Florida, you know that we're here to bring some sunshine to you, right? Here on the sunny side up, especially here in Central Florida. It's really, I'm really excited to dive in today because we have a topic, a Florida topic that, like we mentioned earlier, right? It's one of our favorites, Brother Robert, right? Food, oh, and family. Food and family, it's a very favorite topic for us. So we're going to go around, around here, around Florida, and would like to introduce those special guests, very special guests that we have here, and tell us just a little bit about your role, because today, again, we're talking about food, but specifically how to cook the food, right? And that's important because before we consume the food, we want to know how to cook it. So we have some dads. Dads are very near and dear our hearts. So we're going to go around. Let's go over to the West Coast first, the West Coast of Florida. And we'll first begin with Brother Jeff.
Hey, Sister Joy. Yes.
Right there.
I did today, and truly, I love to eat. So,
Yes.
one of the big benefits of cooking is that often I get to feed my face exactly what I want to. So that's a big reason why this dad is cooking.
Well, thank you, Brother Jim. And Brother Jim is over there representing us in the Panhandle there here in Florida. Thank you, Brother Jim. And we're excited to kind of see what you got cooking up for us. So we're going to go a little bit down south, but southwest of Florida now. Brother Jeff, welcome. We're excited to have you on here. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Sister Joy. How are you?
How's the weather over there by the Tampa area?
We're doing well over here.
The sun is shining as always. Very good. Thank you for coming on. We're excited to see what you're going to cook up for us. And sizzling down not too far away from you, also on the west part here of Florida, we have Brother Chris. Brother Chris, thank you for joining us.
Hello,
Sister Joy. There.
Good morning.
Thank you. We're excited to see all you dads cook and show us some skills, inspire us a little bit. So for all of you who are joining today or listening and watching, we're excited for you to tune in. Please be sure if you tune into our YouTube chat, make sure that you tune in to our YouTube chat and let us know where you're listening from. And, join us in these conversations. So we're excited. And let's go ahead and sizzle up what we have presented for today. You like that? Sizzle up, cook up.
Sizzle up. You know what? I miss those puns when you're not around. I really do.
Let's see what we got.
So let's go to our first chef.
Yes. Love it. Brother Jim.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what it is you're going to be whipping up in this video, Brother Jim.
Sure. Well, this is going to be, I refer to it as green curry, but I think I explained in the video that I shouldn't be categorized as necessarily a green curry chef. I am a gardener, and, I think I grew up in a rural area. One of the big reasons why this book is the fact that I grow a lot of things in the garden, and a lot of the dishes that I've learned over the years are kind of a result of, like, what am I going to do with all this zucchini, or what am I going to do with all these beans? And, I kind of develop a dish so I can use it. So is huge. It grows like crazy. I love it in salads and all kinds of different dishes, but this is my favorite use of it.
Y'all, I'm getting hungry. We've got to dive into this. Let's see.
Yes, Dad can cook. And today I'm going to cook one of my favorites. I love to garden, and there's nothing better than grabbing some fresh goodness out of the garden to make this dish. The dish I'm going to make is a green curry. And frankly, when I started making this, I really didn't know what I was doing, and I made up a lot of things as I went along. So if you are a curry chef and you look at some of the things I'm doing and say, what? Well, this is all made up, right? So here's a few of the ingredients that you'll need. You're going to need some garlic, green peppers, onions, mushrooms, carrots, and about 2 pounds of chopped chicken. Now, I also have some coconut milk. I've got this in here is kind of a mixture of oyster sauce and soy sauce. And then I've got some oil to fry in. And this is the star of the program. This is basil, and it's fresh out of my garden. I love the summertime. I love growing a lot of basil. And a big reason why Dad can cook is because Dad hates to see things go to waste in the garden. And I figured out a recipe that uses a lot of basil and, fresh basil. Does basil fresh smell good?
Smells pretty good.
This is delicious. So we're going to set this off to the side, and we're going to go through the first step in this process. Okay, my first step is to take my green peppers and my garlic. Now, if you like spicy curry, I like spicy curry, but my son doesn't like it so much, and my wife thinks it can get a little spicy too much. You can put a jalapeno in there or any other spicy pepper that you want. But what we're going to do, we're going to roast the pepper and the garlic, and I'm going to put it in my handy dandy air fryer, which these things, I really don't know how I lived without it before. And I'm going to do it for about 8, let's say 7 minutes. So I've been cooking up the chicken a little bit so there's no more pink. It's not fully cooked. But now I'm going to go ahead and put in the carrots, mushrooms, and onions. And why not a little random garlic that I didn't get on? All right. So that's all going to get in there, and I'm going to let this cook for a little while. Another must-have gadget for the home is definitely a food processor. I think I bought this 20 years ago, and it still is doing really well. So it doesn't have to be that fancy, but I got this food processor, and here's the peppers and the garlic. You can see they're just lightly kind of roasted. I don't want them to be burnt. I don't want to get that bitter flavor. And I've got, once again, the star of the program, basil. And I'm going to layer in a bunch of basil. And probably the co-star is definitely a little bit of the coconut milk. Because that flavor combination is just, to me, fantastic. I put the coconut milk in there. And that's going to let it turn into kind of a hopefully a saucy mix. I put my lid on, hopefully correctly, so we don't have basil all over the kitchen. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. So I let it process for about a minute, and you can see in here it's a thick kind of sauce. There's still a lot of leaves in there, but that's okay. I think it just adds to the beauty of it. So it's looking delicious, and I'm going to go ahead and add the oyster sauce and soy sauce mixture in there and give it a good stir. And now I'm going to put this beautiful green concoction directly into the mix. And it's good to have one of these little scrapers. All that good stuff in there. Don't want anything going to waste if possible. And now I'm going to give it a good stir and kind of let all those sauces start to blend together. There's a wonderful, rich, thick sauce. So it looks great. Does it smell good?
Yes.
And it, let's see. Oh, it tastes good. That can cook.
If that did not make you hungry, just wait, because that was just the appetizer. And I love, Brother Jim, how you said like you just kind of made this up. You know, that's
I really did. I started looking up recipes, and they required all these different things. And one big thing was the curry paste. And I was like, I'm trying to use my basil, So that was I kind of just tasted it out, and like I said, I'm sure it doesn't really classify as like Thai curry.
Oh my goodness. But no, I love it. And that's exactly it. And y'all, that is just the appetizer of today's episode, right? So we hope you still have your appetite ready for our the next meal, the next course that we have ready for you. So we're gonna go a little south. Thank you, Brother Jim. So good. Hope you all took notes. We're gonna go down south and a little bit west on the Florida, to the Florida state, and we're gonna go to Brother Jeff. Brother Jeff. I'm looking at Brother Jeff's window over here. Brother Chris. We're going to call you Chef Chris, right? Okay. So we're excited to see what you got prepared and whipped up for us today.
So what I made here is a ricotta pizza or on a flatbread.
Oh.
And the point was to make sure that my kids eat vegetables, and they don't really like vegetables. So I try to make sure that they to incorporate something that they like, pizza and veggies. And so this one was actually, I can't take whole credit for this. I got this from like a YouTube channel, and the ingredients were actually phenomenal.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm hungry again. Let's go. I'm always hungry.
Right here in the bowl is actually the ricotta. Then I put in some garlic. Some peppers, and then a little bit of salt. All of this is just for taste. But right here, I'm gonna baste the flatbread with garlic butter for extra flavor.
Oh yeah. Gotta love that garlic.
like it. Not just any butter. It's garlic butter.
Oh,
I don't think there was enough garlic butter on there personally. You never have too much.
Never. Put in your cereal. I'm just kidding. So good. Yum.
And this one, I pretty much just pre-cut these are pretty much spinach.
Oh.
Spinach and tomatoes.
You know, they say you eat with your eyes first. Right there. I'm there.
So this is the chef.
And from this one, I preheat the oven for like 300 Fahrenheit, and then after that, I waited for 20 minutes to get it cooked.
Mr. Joy, I think we should have had them each send us samples of their dishes. So
Yes.
we could eat them on air.
I think
I
so.
miss it. I want to try some of that. and I think my son would eat it too. I think it's genius. That's the big of
I
dad's
love
cooking.
it. Definitely. Okay, I already have like an ingredient list just from just the two meals already, right? So I know all of y'all who are watching have got to be like, okay, you've got this list ready and you are ready to dive in. And I love how you all went through step by step, how simple and easy it is to do this. Anyone can cook, right? And we're showing you.
Obviously not everybody. So yeah.
Well, after today's show.
I'm here. After today's show, I'm going to be.
Today's show, right? Yeah, I think so. So, guys, we still got more, right? So we're going to go over there to your neighbor, Chef Chris, and we're going to go over to Chef Jeff over there. Let's see what you got cooking over there in your kitchen. What other items can you put down on my grocery list here? I like it.
Let's hop into
It'll be the shrimp ceviche for today.
Oh, so fancy. Y'all make
Love that.
this like it's like the fancy dishes that you kind of get intimidated a little bit by, but then you all
Yeah.
make it look so simple and easy to do. I love it. Okay, let's.
Yeah,
I would like to
everybody
come on
using
here
this
and
there. And just like with Brother Jim, I also like using a lot of little utensils, and if I can, especially the food processor.
Oh yeah.
That's on.
Yeah,
See mine in the background there.
love it.
Hello, beloved brethren. My name is Brother Jeff, and today we're making ceviche. We'll go over some ingredients that we're using and some preferences. So, in ceviche, we use 2 Hass avocados, and they should be firm, but soft to the touch. And let's see, we'll use 4 to 8 Roma tomatoes, a good size like this. These are actually pretty big, but anyway. So then we'll also normally we use 1 large red onion, but today we have smaller onions, so we'll probably use 1.5 of these. And then we'll move on to our cilantro, crushed cilantro, 1 bunch. And then we have the shrimp that's peeled, deveined, and tail off. Then in order to cook the shrimp, of course we're using lime juice. Depending on how juicy these are, we'll maybe use 4 to 8 of them. If they're really dry, which they don't look like they are, we'll use probably only 8, but if they're really dry, we'll use 10. And that's pretty much all we're using for today. I won't bore you with any of the chopping and prepping of it. Maybe in another video. And ta-da! This is what we look like after preparation. So as you can see right there, you have the cilantro up the top, the red onion that's already, it's not finely chopped, but it's kind of roughly chopped. And then you have the avocado and the diced tomatoes. Hello, beloved brethren, it's me again. It's the next day, and we're going to get out everything and kind of set out some other stuff. So let's put it all together. So in the last video, I showed you all the parts that we're. This has been sitting for about 6 hours now. So it's definitely thoroughly cooked, as you can tell. And if we go through it, you can actually see that all of it's pretty much white now. It's changed color. That's one way to definitely tell as to whether or not it's cooked, is you look at it and you'll see that it's all pretty much white. And the best way for, in my opinion, is to actually put the lime juice and the shrimp inside of the food processor at the same time to get it finely chopped and to thoroughly mix in the lime juice at the same time. Okay, so and of course there's the other stuff that we showed you on the last video. We'll go and mix it all together.
I've never seen somebody who can spin that quickly a bowl and not break a sweat.
You do it well, Brother Chef. Chef.
Here's our tortilla.
Video editing. Thank you, Carl.
Tostada.
And for this, brother, if you don't heat up the tortilla or warm it at all, right? You're taking that tortilla right out of the package.
Right out of the wrapper.
Two of them. And I like.
I mean, you could actually toast it a little if you wanted
A little
to.
bit of mayo. This is the thing that we discovered when I first found out about it, about making these. It was in San Diego. My cousin brought us to a place, a little mom and pop shop, and the guy actually made a ceviche right in front of us. It was actually pretty amazing. But yeah, it was really good. And I looked up the recipe up online, and of course, there's other things that you can do other than shrimp. So if you're like my daughter and you're allergic to shrimp, you can actually use other proteins like fish. I've tried it with flounder. I've tried it with whitefish. I've tried it with different other things. So now you can actually go ahead and use this. Put it in there.
Y'all, I'm like, okay, send it over here to me now.
Oh.
Pretty much what it looks like.
I'm like waiting. Yes, please.
I love
So
ceviche.
I
That looks
like
so
it
good.
Spicy. That's one thing that we didn't put in was like jalapenos or other peppers. So I tend to douse it with a little bit of Texas Pete. They're not paying me for this, but anyway. Yeah.
As they
Not
should be,
absolutely
though.
sweet, but it's enough kick to where you can still taste everything.
Y'all, I mean, thank you, Brother Jeff. You know, it's ceviche. When you hear that, it sounds so intimidating. It sounds so fancy, right?
Yeah.
And you're thinking like, oh no, that's only something you can get like, you know, at an upscale, you know, food place. But to see that you're able to simply do it, and y'all, the mayo is what like gets me. I'm like, that was the sauce.
That was for me the first time I ever tasted his ceviche, and was wondering why all of the bits weren't just rolling off the tostada. Because normally when you have ceviche, you have it with like tortilla chips or something that they serve next to you. So you're scooping it, right? Like with these little scooper things. But if you try to put one on there, all the bits just kind of roll right off. And so apparently you needed an adhesive, and what better adhesive than mayonnaise to get
Yummy.
it stick, right?
Brilliant.
So we've got an appetizer, we've got a first course, and then we've got we've got the ceviche as the appetizer. We've got the first course meal comes out with Chef Chris's flatbread, and then of course to tie it all together, We've got Brother Jim's green curry. So I'm ready to eat, Sister Joy.
Yes, I am. I mean, I thought I was hungry earlier, but now I'm like all the more like I'm ready. Let's go cook. Let's go do this. And you know what? Hopefully after watching this, and you guys, the benefit of doing this, you guys can just go back and rewatch, right? And don't forget to like the videos, because you guys, we can do this. We can do it. Not dads can cook for sure. And families, we can eat as soon as we're done cooking all this, because that's what I'm ready to do. I mean, such lovely, simple. I mean, again, these are items that you would see on a menu and go, oh yeah, that, you think fancy, you think like, okay, can I do this at home? Yes, you can. You can. And our dads today definitely did prove that. And that was lovely. Yummy.
You guys are an inspiration for me as a dad who struggles with cooking in the kitchen. And, and I think a lot of it stems from just wanting to be perfect, right? Like when I cook a steak, it's either going to make its way off of the grill on its own under its own power, or it's going to be rock hard. And I've not. We need to have a grilling episode, because I feel that that's like sort of a fundamental skill that dads need to have that I don't possess. But
but it's like it's confidence, right? And I want to ask
100%.
Chris, what's your confidence meal? Like the first time I cooked, I was in the 7th grade, and I had a home ec class, and I made pizza. Right? They taught me how to make pizza, and I went home, and my mom was so excited that I could cook, because she hated to cook. She was a wonderful cook. She cooked all of our meals and everything else, but she would let me cook pizza every night, every Friday. That was my tradition. I'd make pizza, but it gave me the confidence to kind of try other things. What was the thing that gave you that confidence?
It's actually more of a adobo, actually.
Ooh,
adobo.
Yeah. What gave me the confidence that I can't always rely on my mom. So I'm like, okay, I gotta be dependent. I gotta make sure I gotta learn how to cook for myself, because I can't like as much as I love my wife, I have to also depend on myself to put food on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to like cooking, the first dish I'm very confident is adobo. Yeah, definitely adobo.
We have to have an adobo episode now.
We can actually do. I think that there was one of our other studios that did an episode on all of the different twists that because adobo can be made so many different ways.
I just learned a different way of doing one, and it's one of Brother Billy's, my husband's favorite. I'm like, oh, okay, but we got to.
We can call it "How do you adobo?"
No, I like it. Right. Yeah. Oh gosh.
How do you adobo? What's the secret? Honestly, that was the very first thing that I ever learned how to cook when I lived in New York. Sister Lulu and I were married, and I made it, and it was really good. So I didn't want to screw up, and I never made it again.
Oh no!
So my record is I'm 1 for 1. She taught me how to make adobo because it was so simple. It's vinegar and soy sauce. Just have the right ratio and throw in the chicken in the pot and just let it cook. I mean, how could I possibly screw that up?
But again, because there's so many variations, right? We got to dive into that. So
we need to do that. So
we do.
Awesome. Well, Sister Joy, I hate to tell you, but we once again have dropped to the fastest 30 minutes on radio. But really want to thank our guests today, because you guys have served to inspire me to go out and try again. Maybe I might make adobo for the second time in 30 years, right? But it's been a pleasure always to have our beloved brothers joining us here, teaching us that the kitchen belongs to everyone.
100%. Yes. And you can cook too. Yes,
we can. But thank you, Brother Jeff, Brother Jim, Brother Chris, for joining us, and of course, Sister Joy.
Thank you.
Awesome to have you back. It's always a pleasure having the whole family here, and Sister Audrey for manning our chat today. But please stay tuned, because INC Radio Washington, D.C. is going to be coming up next, right after this. And next week, join us here on INC Radio Florida for another exciting episode. We hope you have a great week. We'll see you then.